Oh my gosh, man. I have officially finished How I Met Your Mother. Oh my gosh, man. This definitely maybe top 5 shows for me personally. I have never been so intrigued in the show, honestly, in mad long. I think, honestly, oh man, but that's kind of, well, yeah, honestly, no. I think this might be top 3 for me personally. Literally being in the number 3rd spot. And I'll explain that in a little bit. Because first of all, I just gotta say, make sure you hit the bell button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm trying to get to 750 subscribers before the end of the year. It will really mean a lot if you guys can help me reach that goal. Oh my gosh, man. I cannot believe that I freaking ate this show. I literally started in the beginning of August, and I am recording this. By the time you guys see this, I don't know when I'm gonna upload it, but I'm literally recording this on the second to last day of August. The fact that I watched 9 whole seasons in the matter of a month, maybe a little more than that, is freaking crazy, man. And I got so hooked to the show. I freaking loved it, honestly. And I definitely do think it's like my top 3 shows in my personal opinion. Just because the amount of like learning lessons, you know, you could really like learn something from these episodes and everything. Even though like it's stuff that like it's basic kind of learning in some type of way, but there's also stuff that's like really deep. And like these last few episodes definitely were like a little bit of an emotional ride. Like from the 3rd to last episode of this season, like he literally catches everyone up with like how everyone's doing, like with Zoe so protesting, with the whole Hawks freaking attacking her, and then Blitz just kind of trying to get the jackpot and everything, and then with like the other characters too, you know. But man, Joe, I gotta tell you, man, it's crazy how fast it went, you know. My top 3 shows, honestly, and the reason why I'm putting this in top 3 is definitely because I think this was like the first show that like at first I was kind of like not necessarily iffy about it, but going in, you know, I was just kind of worried that it was not gonna hit as much, you know, but it did hit honestly. Especially I think it was like season 6 or 7 when Marshall's dad passed away and everything. I think that was the most emotional thing about the series for me personally, when his dad passed away, because I mentioned it in my review, one of those reviews, that I kind of related to that in some type of way, because like if you guys don't know, my dad passed away when I was in a young age. That really did hit, and I feel like this series definitely holds a special place in my heart, honestly, now thinking about it. And I think it's top 3 for me personally, just because it just hits. It definitely hits, and like I kind of relate to it in some type of way, especially with the way I tend to love someone, you know. I tend to give everything of me possible to like make everyone like happy, if that makes sense. And that's why I kind of relate to the show a lot, and that's why I put it top 3, because, and especially in the 3rd spot, because number 2 for me is The Flash. The reason why The Flash is number 2 is because there is some hard-hitting moments for me personally in Flash that I really did like, but it's also because The Flash was the first show that I got back into watching in cable TV, you know, and I think that holds a special place in my heart too, because before Flash, like maybe like I don't know how many years, it's been so long since I watched TV and cable, and Flash was the first show that I ever like really stayed consistent on trying to like watch an episode every time it came out. Last time it was on my number 1 spot, which is Bakugan. Bakugan will always be number 1 for me personally, and that's why it stays in the number 1 spot, because it was my childhood, and like it's just something that I really adored as a child, honestly, and I still am grateful that I watched that, you know. And I'm grateful that I watched The Flash, and I'm also very grateful that I watched this show, and that's why it's top 3 for me personally, because I will never like just this, again, like this season definitely was something, man. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like there was a bit of filler in these episodes in some type of way, and not necessarily like it didn't feel filler, but you could tell like they tried to really fill in spots, you know, throughout this wedding. Like it literally felt like a long ass weekend, like they said in the show. So it was definitely something that I was kind of like, damn, this is really taking long, but now I kind of understand why they went with the whole, like, this was a long-ass weekend, so I definitely understand that point, honestly. But I also was a little bit tired of this whole wedding thing. I was generally feeling like they were gonna maybe put it up to like episode 14, let's say, for the wedding, and then would have like a couple of episodes of little time jumps here and there and everything, just kind of them explaining like the future with the kids and everything. And it was sad, man. I think what was sad was that their mom passed away and everything when she got sick, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. Then Ted decides to, like, I'm glad that David Henry and the girl, I forgot her name, honestly, I apologize for that, but, well, her name is Penny, but they basically convinced Ted to ask out Robin, basically, and yeah, they got the French blue horn and everything. My friend Austin, man, shout out, props to Austin and Jenna for really putting me on this show, because if they never put me on, I have no idea what show would be top, like, my third spot, honestly, because this is definitely top 3 for me personally. But what I was going to say is, they told me that there's going to be a lot of references from season 1, and I saw that. I saw basically most of the season 1 references. I do want to rewatch season 1 again, just to catch on, like, the little final, like, stuff, honestly, and stuff that I missed, you know, and everything. For me personally, when they mentioned that for the first time to me, I was thinking that the mother was going to be like, was like an extra in, what's it called, in the McLaren's bar, and basically, like, it kind of shows, like, her perspective in some type of way when they were around, and yeah, obviously we got some of that, you know, but I legitimately was kind of, like, thinking too much about it, if that makes sense. Like, oh, she was probably, like, in the background in the first season, you know, then he finally met her, but I guess it didn't go like that, man. But I'm telling you, man, this season was freaking, this whole show, man, was freaking good. It really was, honestly. I really did like the season 2, like, with the whole, like, thing with, like, the rehearsal dinner. That was mad funny, honestly. I think the one thing that I kind of didn't like about this season, if I'm gonna be completely honest, is, like, the whole car ride that Marshall had with the extra character, you know. It definitely felt unnecessary, kind of, a little bit to the story. But I guess in a way, it kind of helped him really try to talk about his situation with Lily, you know, instead of trying to keep it on pause. Because even though when he got there, he tried to keep his best and leave it on pause, but they ended up talking about it. And now they were having their second kid at the moment. But man, I can't believe I finished the show. I'm so freaking crazy of the journey that I was in the first review, and like now I'm in this review and just kind of talking about it with you guys. It is genuinely crazy. It really is, honestly. It really is. What a journey, man. What a crazy ass journey, honestly. Oh, yeah, this is definitely top 3 for me. I know I keep mentioning that, but it's just, it's true. I'm just so happy that I got put into this show, honestly. It really is gonna hold a special place in my heart, honestly, because it definitely, I felt like I was like going with it with them, you know? And it just kind of relates to me in a personal level, you know? Like, again, like, I've always been the type of person that I love Too Strong, honestly. I really do. When it comes to someone, I'm always just like trying my best to like give them the happiness that they deserve, you know. And sometimes some people would take advantage of that, I ain't gonna lie, but at the end of the day, I like doing it because it makes them happy, you know. And this show really just kind of really recollected me in some type of way, you know, and that's what I love about this show. This show really is impactful, man. And I'm about to tear up, so I ain't gonna tear up in the front of the video, but but it is generally crazy. It is generally crazy that I finished this show, man. Oh my gosh, I definitely will rewatch this show. I think this is gonna be one of those shows where I rewatch a lot. But yeah, that's going to be the end of my How I Met Your Mother Season 9 review, the whole show review, I would say. Thank you guys so much for showing support on all of these reviews, even though by the time I'm recording this, I only uploaded all the way to the Season 3 review, so I definitely have a lot of these reviews to upload. But again, thank you guys so much for the support. You guys mean a lot. But do not worry, my next show after this is going to be That 70s Show, because I never watched that show, so definitely stay tuned for my episode 1 review on that. And I'm also going to watch other projects that these characters were in, honestly, because right now, actually, by the time I'm recording this, obviously, I'm watching Forgetting Sarah Marshall, so that's something that I'm currently watching right now. But I'm watching that, and I'm also watching Daredevil, and I'm trying to watch a whole bunch of things, honestly. So yeah, I'm actually generally happy, and yeah. Thank you guys so much again for the support. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what you guys thought of this show. I would love to start a conversation with you guys. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Have a positive mindset.